They say the world doesn't change when you do something new. It changes when you see it differently. Change your mindset, and your life will change. Marcus sat in his car outside a convenience store, staring at the rejection email glowing on his phone screen. 27th application. 27th no. He was 32 years old, living in his cousin's basement, with $200 in his account and dreams that felt like they'd expired. The rejection wasn't what hurt most. It was the voice in his head. The one that said, "You're not good enough. You never were." That voice had been there since childhood, since his father walked out, since teachers told him to be realistic, since his ex said she needed someone who had his life together. Every failure fed that voice until it became the loudest sound in his life. Inside the store, fluorescent lights buzzed overhead. His manager barely looked up. "You're late. Stock the shelves. Clean the bathroom. Don't bother me." At 3 a.m., Marcus scrolled through social media, classmates buying houses, co-workers getting promotions, people younger than him living lives that felt light years away. He was about to put his phone away when a video popped up, an old man sitting on a park bench. "The longest journey you'll ever take is the 18 inches from your head to your heart," the man said. Most people live trapped in a story they've told themselves about who they are. But you can rewrite that story anytime you choose. Marcus watched it again and again. Something cracked open inside him. Not hope, curiosity. What if that voice was wrong? What if I'm not broken, just believing the wrong story? When his shift ended, Marcus drove to a nearby park and sat watching the sunrise. He whispered, "If I could be anyone, who would I be?" No answers came. But for the first time in years, he allowed himself to imagine. Over the next weeks, Marcus began rewriting his mind. He bought a cheap notebook and started a habit. Write down every negative thought and challenge it with truth. Thought, "I always fail." Response, "Not true. I graduated college. I helped my sister move across the country. I taught myself guitar. I fail when I quit, and I haven't quit yet." It wasn't easy. Rewiring your mind isn't like flipping a switch, it's like rebuilding a bridge while still crossing it. Some days he believed the new story. Other days, the old voice screamed louder than ever. Marcus had an idea, a small online service helping local businesses manage their social media. 19 rejections. But one restaurant said yes. $300. It wasn't much, but it was proof. That night, his cousin cornered him. "Marcus, you're 32, living in my basement, wasting time on a fantasy. Get a real job." The old voice returned, his right. "Just give up." But Marcus remembered the old man's words. You can rewrite your story anytime you choose. So he chose. He wasn't a failure pretending to succeed. He was a learner becoming something new. Within weeks, the restaurant's page grew. They referred him to 2 other businesses. Marcus quit his night shift, focused on building his service, and started seeing results. But the real change wasn't his income, it was his identity. He stopped scrolling to compare and started reflecting to improve. He woke up early to read, learn, plan. He stopped asking, "Why me?" and started asking, "What can I do?" Then came the test. One of his biggest clients went out of business. 2 others cut budgets. Half his income, gone. The old voice whispered, "See? You're not cut out for this." Marcus stared at his bank account, then opened his journal. "I'm not the same person I was a year ago. I've built something once, I can build it again. This is not failure. This is feedback." He spent the weekend rebuilding. Reached out to 30 new businesses. Within 2 weeks, he replaced the lost income. Within a month, he surpassed it. Because here's what he'd learned. Your life doesn't change when circumstances change. It changes when your mindset does. 2 years later, Marcus stood before 75 people at a community workshop. He shared his story, not of overnight success, but of daily persistence. "The difference between who I was and who I am now," he said, "is that I stopped waiting for the world to give me permission to believe in myself. I chose to believe a new story every single day." A woman in the front row asked, tears in her eyes, What if you've failed so many times you can't remember who you are without the failure? Marcus smiled softly. Then you start where I did. You ask yourself, if this story about failure wasn't true, who would I be? And then, you act as if that new story is true, until your mind catches up to your actions. That night, Marcus opened an email from that same woman. I applied for the job I didn't think I could get. I don't know what will happen, but I applied. Thank you for reminding me that trying is better than wondering forever. Marcus smiled. Because that was the real transformation. Not just changing his life, but helping others see they could change theirs too. Change your mindset, and your life will change. Not someday. Starting now. Because the question isn't can you change your life? The real question is, are you ready to change your mind? If this story moved you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Because sometimes, all someone needs is permission to believe in a new story.